He stares at the floor. Another red mark on the test paper. Another rejection email. Another door closing. Alex thought he had done everything right, stayed late, studied harder, tried again, but somehow it was never enough. And that's when it hits him. Maybe the world was right. Maybe he just wasn't built for this. Pause. The rain grows louder. You've probably felt that too, that quiet moment when failure stops being about effort and starts feeling like identity, when the voice in your head whispers, "Some people just have it. You don't." Alex believed that voice. He began shrinking from challenges, saying things like, "It's just not my thing." Each excuse built a wall. Each failure added another brick. And behind that wall, his confidence slowly withered. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. And soon, trying began to feel pointless. Everywhere he looked, it seemed like everyone else was moving forward. His friends were getting promotions. His classmates were passing exams. His parents smiled when they talked about other people's achievements, but never his. The world had a way of confirming his worst fears. Maybe talent was something you were born with, and maybe he just didn't have it. He started avoiding situations that reminded him of what he wasn't good at. He learned to say, "I don't care." But deep down, he cared more than he'd ever admit. The pain of trying and failing felt heavier than the pain of not trying at all. Until one day, someone unexpected challenged that idea. It was late afternoon, the sky turning amber over the city. Alex sat alone in a cafe, staring blankly at his reflection in the window. Across from him, an older man sat quietly, sipping coffee, reading a tattered book. When their eyes met, the man smiled, the kind of smile that sees right through you. "You look like someone who's been trying too hard," the man said. Alex let out a weak laugh. "Trying and failing." The man nodded. "Good." "Good?" Alex frowned. "Yes, because if you're failing, it means you're in motion. Most people never even start." Alex stared, unsure whether to believe him. The man leaned in a little. "Tell me something," he said softly. "What if you're not failing? You're just not there yet?" Soft music swells. That word, "yet," echoed in Alex's mind long after the man left. 3 small letters that somehow changed the weight of failure. He whispered it to himself. Not there yet. And for the first time in months, he felt something flicker inside, a small spark of hope. The next morning, Alex woke early. Instead of scrolling through his phone, he opened his notes, not to memorize, but to understand. He rewatched the presentation that went wrong, noticing small mistakes he'd never seen before. He asked questions, took feedback, started again. Each time he failed, he tried to see why. Each setback became a lesson. He started to realize the goal wasn't perfection, it was progress, and slowly something shifted. His inner voice began to change, from "I can't do this" to "I can't do this yet." But growth wasn't easy. Some days he woke up feeling unstoppable. Other days, the doubt returned, heavier than before. He still made mistakes, still heard that whisper of, "You're not enough." But now he had an answer. Not yet. Months later, Alex had another chance. A second shot at the same opportunity that broke him before. This time it mattered. He stood behind the curtain, heart pounding, hands trembling. The memory of his last failure replayed in his head like a cruel echo. What if it happens again? What if everyone sees me fall? He closed his eyes. He remembered the stranger's voice. "You're not failing, you're becoming." Music builds, a low, determined rhythm. He walked onto the stage. The lights were bright, the room silent. The first few words stumbled out. His voice cracked. The slides froze. The old version of the hymn would have stopped right there, but not this time. He took a breath, smiled, and kept going. He adapted, he improvised. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. And when he finished, there wasn't thunderous applause, just a quiet, respectful nod from a few faces in the crowd. That was enough, because in that moment, Alex realized this wasn't about winning. It was about becoming someone who doesn't give up. Weeks passed. Alex kept showing up, kept learning, kept growing. He noticed something new. The same challenges that once scared him now excited him. He started taking risks again, not because he expected success, but because he wanted to see how much further he could go. Failure wasn't failure anymore. It was data. It was feedback. It was proof that he was in motion. He realized that a growth mindset isn't about believing you can do anything. It's believing that you can learn anything. And once you believe that, everything changes. Maybe that's where you come in. Because maybe, like Alex, you've failed at something that mattered. You've tried, fallen, and told yourself it's just not meant to be. But what if it's not failure? What if it's just not yet? Every expert you admire once stood where you are now. Uncertain, scared, ready to quit. The only difference is they kept going. The growth mindset doesn't promise instant success. It promises that if you stay open, curious, and patient, you will grow. You may not see it today, but one day you'll look back and realize every setback was building you into someone stronger. So tonight, before you give up on that dream, the one that still whispers to you when the world goes quiet, pause and say it with me. Not yet. Then take one small step forward, because that's all growth really is. A collection of small steps that turn into transformation. You were never failing. You were just becoming. And the world needs more people who are willing to become. Pause. Gentle music swells. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remind them they're not failing either. They're just not there yet. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe and keep growing with us.